We're getting started with our BoHo heart from Jen Kingwell Sew Along. We're going to have hangout time in an online studio space. We're going to have tutorials available for you. We would love for you to join us. But I wanted to go ahead, since that's coming up fast, the second Sunday afternoon in February, and then we'll continue meeting on second Sundays. So I wanted to go ahead and let you think about what you want to do for fabrics. I know mine has been very specific. It's very specific to my stash. You're welcome to imitate this. You are welcome to do whatever you want. There's a whole rainbow of fabrics out there. You pick what you want. Our heart for you, as kind of the team putting this all together, is that you, if you have a fabric stash, that you go to your stash and you pick out some of your beloved fabrics that you just haven't used yet, and that you find some time and some space to put those in. Something I want you to notice about the pattern is it does have some empty spaces on it. They're meant to match the background and to give it like some open space. Like, you know how you look through at a tree, but there might be some open space through the branches where you can see the sky behind the tree. That's kind of what these bars are. So as I'm telling you fabric requirements, you're gonna think about, do I wanna use background fabric for that? Or do I wanna use a different color and just make it look like more patchwork? For me, I wanna emphasize the pink. So I think my bars are going to be pinks. This finished quilt is going to measure at something that's like a large throw or a twin size, but it would be maybe a shortened twin. It's not quite like the full measurements of what you would want for a full twin size, but it's close. And I can tell you that it is, because I have this picture of the beautiful sampler heart on a bed. So for fabric, the requirements say you're gonna need 4 to 4.5 yards. That would be 3 to 3.5 meters of assorted fabrics for your blocks. And her note is that fat 16ths work well. I did find fat 8s in a store, and those were perfect because it gave me just a little bit of fabric. I didn't have to buy a ton of fabric. Perfect for a scrappy quilt if you're buying new. I do not have a total yardage requirement for you for your background. It says that we are going to need, with the fabric, 1.5 inch strips. You're going to need 68 of those. So I didn't do the math. 68 plus another 34 inches. So that much. I don't know, that's probably like 3 or 4 yards of background fabric by the time you cut it, allow a little for mistakes and stuff. And then of course, when you have your own pattern in hand, it'll tell you, oh, for the binding, you might need to know that. She suggests 5/8 of a yard. I always buy a little bit more than that just to be sure. And then that way, if I want to put some of the binding fabric into my quilt, I've got enough to stick a little piece or two in here or there, or tie it in. So at least probably a yard for what you want to use for your binding. For your backing, 5 yards or 4.4 meters. All right, if you have any questions, put them in the comments. We would love to have you join us. We are so excited to start this wonderful heart project. And not only is it a project of making hearts, that we hope it's a project of maybe just mending your heart a little bit if it needs it. All right, thanks friends. We'll see you soon.